Shalom and good evening. Greetings from Jerusalem, Jane. Up close and personal. I'm sitting here watching the sunset on my balcony, not planning on making any video updates. But as you probably all saw, we just had the siren blaring here in Jerusalem again. This is the third week in a row where the Ballistic in Yemen have attacked us on Shabbat, where the Jewish people are sitting down or first going to synagogue and pray and come home and sit down at the Shabbat table, and instead of that, millions of people are running for their lives for bomb shelters. It always begins with my phone blasting from home front commands, and then it says, that alerts, alarms are expected in your area, so you have a couple of minutes to find shelter, and it happens so fast. I always run to my balcony and made a video, and for the first time in 3 weeks I didn't have a missile flying over my head. But as always, you're standing here, you never know, so I always just turn on my phone. So the Israeli military once again intercepted ballistic missiles from the Wild Houthis. So I just thought I would jump online and say Shabbat Shalom and just say hi to all my friends and followers around the world. Some was saying, how are you? It's been a while since we heard from you. As you know, I have been here doing what I'm doing for more than 10 years, doing everything by myself. And after October 7 and the war with Iran and the ballistic missiles and all of that, I just needed to breathe a little bit and just try to recover a little bit over the summer. So that's what I'm doing. But even though I'm not making video updates, I've been very, very busy, and I hope you have been reading the articles, all the things I would have normally said on a video. I have been writing in my articles on Jerusalem Post, so I hope you have been reading those with a lot of facts and information about what's happening, about current events. When the world has bought into the lie about starvation in Gaza, there has been brought more aid and food into Gaza that could literally feed several countries. So it's not the aid that's the problem, because it's being brought in to Gaza, but it's Hamas and it's the United Nations who is in cahoot with Hamas. So Israel is not limiting any aid or withholding any aid, it is pouring in. But among other things, the United Nations is not delivering the aid to people. So Steve Witkoff was actually there today with the American ambassador for 5 hours to see the organization that is in there and who has, is it 100 million meals that they have delivered around Hamas. Hamas is not in control of that, and that's the way to do it. So the only photos that's coming out of adults being starved in Gaza are our hostages. We just had two video release of two of our precious hostages who have been held in dungeons, in cages, being beaten, tortured and starved for nearly 2 years, not being visited by any representatives of the Red Cross. That's the outrage. Where are the condemnations from all the failing nations around the world who is now rewarding rape, mutilation, decapitation, burning whole families alive? We are now rewarding that, and we are giving them a state called Palestine, a state that never existed, a state that has no borders, no history, no facts. Where is the outcry from our hostages? Where are the failing Red Cross who didn't visit our hostages once? Those are the ones who are starving inside Gaza. So I'm talking about all of that in the articles that I'm writing. So Steve Witkoff was there, the American administration's representative was there today for 5 hours to be boots on the ground and see how it's working in there, together with Mike Huckabee. So for such a time as this, we'll always stand with Israel, as I'm sitting here watching the beautiful sunset over Jerusalem. Thank you for your love for me, your care for me, your prayers for me, and also those who's financially supporting me as the entire time I've been here in Israel, I've been living only by donation, working as a volunteer, never making $1 on any interviews, articles, blog, video update, nothing. So, wow, someone is singing. Can you hear someone is singing Shabbat prayers now? That's really beautiful. So pray for Israel for such a time as this. Continue to follow me even though I'm not as active right now, but that is because I needed a break. But I'm still posting a little bit on my social media. Can you hear their singing? Beautiful. So once again, for the third Friday in a row, we just had a ballistic missile from the vile Houthis in Yemen who continue to attack us. So, mwah, mwah, mwah. Kiss and love and blessings from Jerusalem Jane. Shabbat Shalom. Bye.